If you have ever opened a school notice and still felt unsure what to do next, the hard part is not reading it. The hard part is turning it into dates, forms, payments, reminders, and questions. Today we will use AI to turn a fictional school notice into a parent action list you can actually check. AI Everyday Lab, School Notice in, Parent Checklist out. Step 1 is not pasting the notice into AI. Step 1 is removing private data, child names, student numbers, class rosters, school names, phone numbers, addresses, payment codes, medical notes, and private teacher contacts. If the notice is on paper, take a photo only for yourself first, then cover sensitive parts before you use any AI tool. If it is a PDF, copy the text into a temporary note and replace private details with placeholders like child name, school name, or payment link. Open ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, or another assistant you already use. For this demo, normal chat mode is enough. You do not need to upload a real school document. Paste the sanitized text and ask the assistant to output a table only. Tell it not to guess missing dates, amounts, or rules. The first prompt says, turn this school notice into a parent action list with columns for due date, task, item to bring, payment, owner, reminder time, and question for the teacher. The second line says, if anything is unclear, mark it as needs confirmation instead of inventing a date or amount. The first output usually looks cleaner than the original notice. Do not trust it yet. Treat it as a draft checklist. Compare every row with the original notice. Check the date, weekday, payment status, signature requirement, and whether a form must be returned. If the notice mentions arrival time, clothing, lunch, medicine, transportation, or permission, each one should become a separate task. For the second pass, ask AI to add reminder timing, 3 days before to prepare, 1 day before to pack, and the morning of the event to bring it. If 2 adults share school admin, add an owner column. AI should not decide the owner, but it can leave a clear blank for the family to assign. The most useful column is questions for the teacher. Put unclear payment methods, meeting points, allergy rules, absence rules, and backup options there. That turns vague worry into one clear question you can ask instead of carrying it around all week. When the table looks right, paste it into Google Sheets or Excel. Make the due date a real date field, not just a sentence. Use colors for today, this week, done, and needs confirmation. That gives the parent view a simple operating system. For real deadlines, create calendar reminders manually after checking each row. Do not let AI silently create important reminders without review. If the output is too long, ask for only the actions for today, this week, and before the deadline. If it misses payments or forms, ask it to scan the notice again only for money, signatures, attachments, items to bring, and due dates. Do not paste private teacher contacts, other students' names, class chat screenshots, payment account details, or medical notes into an AI tool. If the school has an official parent portal or payment platform, that system wins. AI organizes the work, it is not the authority. The point is not to make AI parent for you. The point is to convert a hard-to-read notice into actions you can verify. Next time a notice arrives, use 4 steps, redact private data, extract tasks, schedule reminders, then verify by hand. Use a fictional notice for the demo, a field trip next Friday, permission form due Wednesday, athletic clothes required, lunch from home, a small materials fee, an allergy or motion sickness notes sent to the teacher. In that example, the activity rules are safe to process. The child name, class number, real school, parent phone, payment details, and teacher contact are not. Start the prompt with, "This is a redacted school notice." Use only the text below. Do not add rules that are not in the notice. Then split every parent action into its own row, so signatures, payments, items to bring, and reminder timing do not hide inside one sentence. A useful output should look like a worksheet, not an essay. One row should mean one action the family can actually check off. The first check is dates. AI can confuse this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and the event day. The original notice is still the source of truth. The second check is money. A fee may be required, optional, already included, or handled by an official payment portal. AI may not know which one. The third check is paperwork. Permission slips, health forms, insurance notes, and photo consent should become separate tasks. Do not create only one deadline reminder. Parents usually need a prepare reminder, a pack the bag reminder, and a morning of reminder. If two adults share school admin, assign each row to dad, mom, the child, or needs confirmation. That prevents silent handoff failures. The teacher question column is not decoration. It catches anything that can stop the child from participating smoothly. Examples include rain plans, lunch options, medication handoff, absence rules, payment receipts, pickup location, and emergency contact rules. In the spreadsheet, make the first column status, not started, waiting, done, or needs confirmation. Now the list becomes a tracker. Make the second column due date, the third column task, and the fourth column evidence from the original notice. That evidence helps you audit the row. If AI gives you a summary, ask it to rebuild the answer as a table. A summary makes you feel informed, a table tells you what to do. If a row sounds confident but has no evidence from the notice, mark it needs confirmation. Confidence is not verification. The hidden risk is small text and images. A corner of the photo may contain a QR code, school stamp, teacher phone, or another child's name. If you are not sure whether something is safe to share, treat it as unsafe. Use dummy data for demos and keep real child data out. Save the prompt as a template. Next time, replace only the redacted notice text in the middle and keep the privacy and verification rules. A school notice looks like information, but it is really a set of commitments. AI helps by separating those commitments into actions, reminders, and questions. In practice, start with a reusable table: status, due date, evidence from the notice, parent task, child task, payment or item, reminder time, and question to ask. Set every status to needs confirmation at first. Only change it after you compare the row with the original notice. If the notice has multiple sections, ask AI to list the section headings first and then convert each section into tasks. That keeps it from processing only the first paragraph. If the notice gives a date without a year, tell AI to mark the year as needs confirmation instead of silently guessing from today's date. If the notice mentions attachments, check whether the attachment is another form. Many missed tasks live in attachments, not the main notice. If the notice points to an online form, keep the link in your private checklist. Do not put real portals or payment links into a public demo or an external model. Calendar titles should be actions, not event names. Return field trip permission form is more useful than field trip. Put the evidence into the reminder note, such as notice paragraph 2 says return by Wednesday. That tells future you this was not an AI guess. Before asking the teacher, combine related questions. AI can turn 5 scattered doubts into one short respectful message. But edit the tone yourself before sending. The teacher is hearing from you, not from your AI assistant. If AI invents fields like grades, scoring, or volunteer lists, delete them and add, do not include fields that are not in the notice. If the table becomes too much like a project management system, simplify it to today, this week, and before the deadline. Do not turn this workflow into a way to monitor the child. This is for parent administration, not for scoring the child's behavior. Do not paste a teacher's reply back into AI for emotional analysis. When communication is needed, keep it normal, respectful, and minimally processed. The thing to remember is not one tool. It is a fixed checking order, data safety, task extraction, reminder design, and human verification. When that order is stable, almost any AI assistant can help. When the order is wrong, even a strong model can help you miss something. Save this checklist for the next school notice. Subscribe to AI Everyday Lab, and we will keep turning everyday admin into clear next actions.